in the popular vote, but Chris Wong, people are forgetting, and we're like, are you sleeping on Chris Wong? This guy was so consistent. How did you feel when he had switched over from the Luke to the Akuma?
I mean, I talked to him about it because I was with him in his Luke journey, as I said. We were both Luke players. Yep. Obviously, he's much better than me. But anyways, I would talk to him when Season 2 had come out, what characters he was looking at playing, and he definitely said Akuma. And I think it's worked out very well for him because we did just see Chris Wong do a mirror match against Daigo earlier. Now it's against Eita. And if we remember what happened in that match, in the very first game, Daigo did beat Chris Wong, but it was off of just horizontal play, just with the fireballs, just with the flixies. But when Chris Wong started introducing demon flips, that's when he kind of took over the match because his spacing and the timing of when he did the demon flips actually baited a lot out of Daigo to get whiff punishes and the introduction of neutral drive rush.
You're going to see a lot more random play, I think, in comparing the sort of mirror matches that Chris Wong just faced. Eita taking more to the skies, a bit more random, less plasma shot on the ground, even though, as I said, he throws 2 of them. Daigo's, of course, known for his Hadouken and Shoryuken sort of bread and butter, but Eita, a wild card, a joker, even since the days of Street Fighter 4, when he's been playing this Akuma character. Really signature style. Yeah,
I mean, Eita was originally a Ken player, right? So to me, there's the word solid and Ken doesn't go hand in hand. Yep. Ken is one of those players where you do a lot of Dragon Lashes, you kind of sprinkle it in, mental stack it against the player, and this is kind of what Eita's doing. As you mentioned, it's way less more about the fireball games, the whiff punishes and whatnot. It's applying that pressure and applying your plus frames and just keeping your opponent trying to figure out what you're trying to do on offense.
Chris Wong stealing a turn, and he is no stranger to
the reaction
testing. Yeah, he's like, and Eita, of course, a new Papa, I believe, but no delay in his reactions as he takes one with that level 1.
That was the first time we really saw like a DI to a DI, raw DI, not a reaction to something. So really good recognition, reactions on Eita on his end.
Test me, bro. So. Sometimes you do. You be like, oh, do you got these reactions?
You have to test people. How would you know without testing them?
Oh, almost a trade combo.
But Chris Wong applying his own pressure now. And something that Chris Wong is so known for is the usage of the crouching strong. Even when he was on Luke,
of course Luke would use the crouching strong.
Right? But Akuma also has one of the best crouching strongs in the game as well. So Chris Wong, again, consistently using that. Nice perfect parry. He had to perfect parry there. Oh, missed a super, but enough with a demon flip to close it out. And that was execution on Chris Wong's part, because if he did not get that perfect parry on that fireball, he was actually going to burn himself out if he had blocked it or done a regular parry.
Chris Wong, and this is why Fnatic saw the talent in him and signed him. Just such a great player with great reads. And his demon flip, I wouldn't say guesses, but the reads have been on point as well. Just floating over the Hadouken, and it's connected a couple of times, not only against Daigo, but in this match versus Eita as well.
Just like the timing and the placement that he's doing, you can see he's delaying it, but you can't tell if he's going to do the dive kick or the palm.
Yeah, I think it's probably an option select. He'll just do the demon flip. If he sees that the plasma's out, goes diagonal down like a swooping, attacking eagle with the flip kick, dive kick. And if not, you know, he'll just go for the palm. It's a relatively safe and low recovery move that you throw out.
And one of the demon flips finally gets anti-aired from Eita. But Chris Wong spinning some of the bar, just get some pressure.
Maybe that was a DP or a standing jab, but gets knocked on the head.
Chris Wong so pretty consistent with these perfect parries on these fireballs so far. Chris Wong switching up the timing on which fireballs. Look at that punish counter fierce, and we're going to spend 1 bar? No, both bars. Just to close out this round, not taking any chances here. Just like that, it's match point for Chris Wong. And again, this is loser. So if Eita does lose this and not come back, that means he is eliminated from the tournament. Chris Wong is going to proceed into top 16 losers.
I was just thinking, you know, last season there was more Lukes than there are in this current iteration. And Chris Wong was no stranger to these mirror matches. And it's a different type of psychology. There's obviously no character advantage by definition, but he still was able to, you know, amidst all of the Lukes that he had gone up against, really establish himself. Really great crosscut there. And I think, you know, again, no stranger here. It's like, yo, we got the same tools, but let me show you how I'm built different.
Yeah, he definitely plays his own way, and he had to do such an early DI in order to get the punish counter on a fireball to end the whiff punish. Didn't even need to spend a meter on Chris Wong. What a dominating performance. Immaculate spacing, I must say.
I was like, you know, how much do you practice? And Chris Wong was telling me that he actually, at least through last year, had a full-time job.
He did. He was a working salary man, and just to see how he got so far as a working man, now he is a full-time player.
Dangerous.
And on Akuma as well. So let's go back and see how that mirror match went.
So it's not, again, like if you were to remove the names from the top bar there and obscure which one is which, again, I think there is a differentiation among the players of Street Fighter 6. Of course, a really great expressive engine and the distinctness in their play styles. As he takes to the air there, you may not pass, great anti-air. But there is a check, right? Sometimes, yo, did you get your coffee or your drink? Are you up today? Let me find out.
Yeah, and actually that wasn't too bad of a DI coming from Chris Wong because he was against the corner as well. Just, it was a hard read on whether or not he was going to do a fireball or a button at that space. And if not, would he be ready not to get wall splat? And fortunately for Eita, he was ready, but...
How far those footsies are.
He has some of the best buttons in the game. Like, they move him forward very far, and obviously Akuma does a lot of damage. Didn't even need super bar.
A little late there. Yeah, once you're put into the cage, oh, that little dance, that little shimmy, crossover, whatever you want to call it, immaculate spacing and that punish. Eita, of course, has the reactions of anyone.